As the MySpace and Facebooks came along, we multi-distributed over to those. But we're going to launch more shopping carts. We're going to launch more websites. We're going to subscribe into more podcast services for you. Roku, Boxy, we're already on that for years. PrisonPlanet.tv is our own video, audio platform to fight censorship. Just like in studies, if a plant doesn't get wind, doesn't get rain, just gets barely watered, it's weak. But if it grows under rain and under sleet and under wind, if it survives, it's stronger. And that's the same thing happening here today. We expect to be attacked. We expect to then each time analyze what the establishment's doing and then grow stronger against that. To use an alien analogy, like the new movie that I think is pretty good and I should do a review of, Edge of Tomorrow, where the aliens that invade control time. And so they just continue to reset the day over and over again so that the humans can't defeat them. But as soon as the humans discover that, well, they start time traveling as well. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to give the plot completely away. But the globalists use supercomputers and their systems of control to not reset the day, but always relaunch. It's kind of like every major city votes down light rail, boondoggle scams 5, 10, 15 times. They just keep coming back till they finally get it. Or just do it without a vote. See, we win victories all the time, but then think, oh, I'm not going to go fight it again. The whole war is about realizing that you've got to continue to engage over and over and over and over again, and that's what makes you stronger each time. It's called the animating contest of liberty, a.k.a., to quote Thomas Jefferson. So you're not animated when you don't care about anybody or yourself or geopolitics or the world. You're one of these, statistically in studies, totally unhappy, self-centered, narcissistic bots that isn't even human, that just runs around regurgitating what mainstream media dumped into their head. I mean, we all know these people that are fad-driven. They literally aren't real people. They just regurgitate television, mainstream garbage. They're unsuccessful, pathetic people. No one wants to be around them, except other trendies who all just sit around insecurely bleeding like parrots. So you can go see the letters issued to the military, access denied, net war comm policy, Department of Defense, issued yesterday, Infowars.com banned, and you are not to visit it. Now, the only way this will work is if they censor us and others and no one comes to our aid and there isn't a Streisand effect, and then it sets the precedent, they'll start censoring everybody. So we hang together or we hang separate. But people are getting upset about this. Blue Coat, this is separate from Blue Coat, big billion-dollar private NSA tech firm that sells spy technology to companies, basically, to spy on their employees and others. They have limitedly removed us from most of the public databases, but still have us in the governmental databases. But this is separately a Pentagon directive that you can't get to Infowars.com. But the machines and the people that set this up are so lazy and so dumb, they haven't hit our mirror, PrisonPlanet.com. And the fact is, literally, no exaggeration, let's not exaggerate, tens of thousands of websites and blogs a day repost our articles. In fact, that's not even accurate. We have articles on Facebook alone that get reposted probably 50,000 times a day. So I guess it is hundreds of thousands of times a day each article gets redistributed. So we're kind of ahead of the curve from your enemy operations hitting us so long ago. We kind of already made the jumps and are at another level. And we know you'll get more sophisticated, but that's the whole point. We're aware of the attack. You're human just like us. We're human just like you, but we love liberty. Liberty's sexy. People want it. I want it. We're selling snow cones in hell. You're selling, Tabasco to be shot up people's noses. Nobody wants your tyranny. Okay? We're selling Marilyn Monroe. You're selling Janet Reno. Who do the guys want? Marilyn Monroe. Sexy. Amazing. Bedtime eyes. Whole 9 yards. What are you selling? A giant, child-molesting, ugly, goblin-like demon. People are going to choose Marilyn Monroe, not the child molesting goblin demon. Oh, you know Janet Reno was a child molester? She got caught with kids when she was a prosecutor.
The human body is extraordinary. Despite all the stresses we inflict upon it, it still works hard to stay in balance. Thousands upon thousands of people rely upon Heart and Body Extract to help their body stay balanced. This excellent 100% natural herbal formula helps maintain healthy blood pressure levels, cleans arteries, promotes good circulation, balances cholesterol, and more. HB Extract, paired with healthy lifestyle choices like good nutrition and exercise, can give you a life free of pain, sickness, and fear. Recapture your youthful vitality and experience your body healing itself with the aid of HB Extract. It's extremely effective and it starts working in just days. Visit hbextract.com to learn more and to read scores of testimonials from satisfied customers. And we've never increased our price in over 10 years. That makes Heart and Body Extract as great a value now as it was the first day we sold it. A healthy heart is a happy heart. Call 866-295-5305 or go to hbextract.com.
I began to get into iodine a few years ago because it was helping me and my family so much get healthy and detoxify. Most people know that iodine deficiency has been a crisis around the world. Iodine is key to so many of the body's functions, especially the thyroid. I discovered a product being developed by Dr. Group. You now know it as Survival Shield True Nascent Iodine that your body can really absorb. Then, about a year ago, he said, listen, if you think this is powerful, I'm going to come out with rare earth, deep earth crystals. And the results that I personally have had have been life-changing. Nobody else has got iodine based on these pure crystals, ladies and gentlemen. This is innovating, and the best part is it helps fund Infowars.com, the radio show, the TV show, the whole media operation promoting true libertarian ideas. For a limited time, experience the ancient power of Survival Shield X2. Take advantage of this unprecedented 30% off super detox special at InfoWarsLife.com.
If you owe the IRS back taxes, listen carefully. Sweeping changes to IRS policies will help more people than ever eliminate their tax debts once and for all. And now, thanks to Dan Pilla, you can get the tax help you need to end your tax nightmare.
Hi, I'm Dan Pilla. I've helped thousands of people reduce or eliminate tax debts they couldn't pay. And after more than 30 years of experience dealing with the IRS, I can tell you there's no such thing as a hopeless tax case. With the IRS's new policies, it's easier than ever to put your tax debt behind you once and for all. Call now at 800-346-6829 to learn how I can help you. You know your IRS debt will not go away by itself, but you don't have to live in fear anymore. Call 800-346-6829. Learn how I can help you eliminate wage and bank levies, release tax liens, and negotiate a settlement with the IRS that will put your tax nightmare behind you forever. Call 800-34-NO-TAX or go to my website, taxhelponline.com. That's taxhelponline.com.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
Gentlemen, in search of $1 million smile that'll make them take notice, really get their attention? Then get the mud. My Magic Mud. The fluoride-free whitener with no chemicals, additives, GMOs, or bad taste. And safe to swallow. My Magic Mud detoxifies, reduces sensitivity, cleans and strengthens your teeth while it whitens. Comes as a powder for pure whitening power. Start looking good for that special someone. Get the mud now. MyMagicMud.com.
How we're being censored, and folks can try to argue, well, let the military censor, do experiments on the troops. They have no rights. Anybody that says that the military has no rights hasn't read the law, doesn't understand the precedent. They can't give you experimental drugs in the military without your consent. They can't order you to do it. They can't make you take experimental vaccines. They cannot keep you when you're off duty. from being able to visit American news websites by listing them as terrorist. Okay? Just like public schools now, we have another article, are blocking NRA websites, Infowars.com, you name it, but letting you go to Democratic Party websites and communist websites. High school blocks access to conservative pro-gun, but not liberal websites, Infowars.com. This is the truest form of tyranny when they try to censor people like this. And if they're successful, it's all over. The good news is Gallup poll now shows the lowest approval rating ever recorded with a 7% approval rating. I've actually seen one as low as 6 in Gallup, but before the previous low they claimed was 9. It's now a 7. He's absolutely ignoring the Constitution. Republican representative says there's probably enough votes in the House to impeach Obama. We're going to be breaking that down. Also, shock photos. Media gets disappointing look at Texas and Arizona illegal immigrant detention centers. We've been trying to get in, but finally the mainstream media has gotten in. AP, the establishment thought they would write a good whitewash. And if you go to the front page of drudgereport.com, which will punch up for TV viewers, you can see the people coming in with diseases, tuberculosis, measles, mumps, rubella, with leprosy. I mean, it is on. The absolute total dregs of collapsing Caribbean and Latin America are surging in right now. And we have breaking videos and exclusives up on Infowars.com chronicling that. The hard drives have been destroyed now. Congress was told that the emails had been deleted with Obama and the head of the IRS and the hundreds of meetings they were having. Now we learn when Congress said, fine, give us the hard drives to restore them. Oh, the hard drives were destroyed. Yes. I know nothing to quote Sergeant Schultz from Hogan's Heroes, but this is no slapstick comedy. IRS Lois Lerner emails likely gone forever. Issa says emails don't just disappear. Ladies and gentlemen, it's all saved by the NSA. And I talked about this years ago. Now it's happening. People are trying to subpoena NSA records to show that they were on the phone at this time or that they were at this place this time. And they're declaring national security. So even though these systems could prove you're innocent, it's only going to be used to frame you or set you up or track you or to predict the future of mass movements, to then game the entire system. It is not going to be used to empower humanity. Understand that. Pelosi says she's unconcerned about the missing emails. And the Wall Street Journal says the obvious. No, they didn't say the sky was blue. It's more obvious than that. They say it's worse than Watergate. Really? Really? You think it's worse than Watergate? It's about 1,000 times worse. The government shipped guns into Mexico to kill people to blame the Second Amendment. The government is funding al-Qaeda publicly worldwide. Let's look at some of the Infowars.com stories. I'm going to get into the really hardcore news when we come back. Gallup, again, I mentioned this Congress approval rating sinks to new historic low. Steve Watson, U.S. military blocks Infowars.com. Are you a dumbass or mad as hell? Very important video to help wake people up at Infowars.com. BLS, Americans on average sleep twice as many hours as they work. Google the new bank rollover Bitcoin and banks, its internet revolution. And the article I agree with says it isn't Bitcoin. It's going to be Google Wallet, folks, that dominates. But the age of digital currency is here. Look out for a global tax on it like Tobin. Megyn Kelly confronts Dick Cheney. History has proven you were wrong on Iraq. We're going to play that video. 25 shocking facts about the Earth's dwindling water resources. That's surface water, not deep earth water, but we're going to get into that. So that's just some of the news up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. Now, this is a very important article that ties into immigration, and it ties into the Texas situation with 2 men arrested in Texas on terrorism charges in Austin, in North Austin. And I'm going to tie that in to some other key intel.
We're on the
straight
march.
ahead.
The Empire's on the run.